Yo, it's Kyle, another video, and the title of this video is It's All About the Energy You Put Out. And what I mean by that, okay, so energy is something that you can't really see with your senses. You can't really perceive it, right? You can't just look at somebody and just see their energy. But energy is something that we all feel, there's that feeling you get around somebody, that vibe you get around somebody that really determines who they are and if you fuck with them or not. It's that energy, it's their vibe, it's their aura. And in order for us to change our lives, to attract the right people into our lives, the right circumstances, the right situations, the right career, in order to enjoy life more, to be more abundant, to have the things that we want. One of the biggest things that you have to change, one of the biggest things that you have to focus on is your energy, the energy that you put out, the energy that you put out into the world. And I think we could all relate to this, depending on our mood, depending on how we're feeling. Some days, my energy feels off. I don't feel that social. I don't feel that happy. I feel down. I feel negative. And when I interact with the world, when I interact with people, that energy is almost reflected back to me. And even though I could say hello or I could do the same things, if my energy doesn't feel right, if my energy is not vibing, if I'm not in a higher state of consciousness, if I'm not feeling good, it is almost as if people pick up on that and it is reflected back to me. Meanwhile, there are days where I feel more free. There are days where I feel more vibrant. I feel more energetic. I feel more happy. I feel more social. I feel more full of joy. And when I interact with people, I interact with them in the same way. But the energy that is reflected back to me, you could just see it on their faces. You could see it in the way they respond to you, that they respond more positively. They are more happy to see you. And even though if you just said hello, depending on the energy that you're giving out, your response is going to be a lot different. You'll say hello and you'll be full of energy and people respond back to that and it'll just spiral upwards. Meanwhile, if you're down, you'll say hello to somebody and the response isn't that positive and you're like, what did I do wrong? Now you're overthinking, now your energy's spiraling downwards. And we all have bad days. It's okay not to always be happy, not to always be in a positive mood. But I think it is important, the people that really achieve success, the people that really achieve abundance in their lives and financially, in their lives socially, attracting the right partner, attracting the right friends, the right situations, is that energy that they put out. It's their energy, they just have something about them. I know people, and I'm sure you know people that they just have really good energy. You want to be around them. They're super positive, or they're super funny, they're super carefree, super charismatic. And it's just that energy, it's hard to describe that thing that they have, but it's that energy that they have. It's the energy that they give out to you. Because when you're around them, you feel good, you feel better about yourself. And it is addicting, and it's an upward spiral. You want to be around people like that. You want to be around people that have good energy. And a lot of the times we kind of wait for other people to make us feel good. And, we'll wait for permission to feel good, but you have to feel good regardless. You have to be your own source of positive energy, your own source of good emotions. Because you want to be that to other people. You want to be that person that walks into a room and they have that high energy. And you're that person that people, when they see you, they know that I'm going to feel good around this person. This person is going to be fun to be around. Because the key determinant around somebody who wants to be around you is not what you say, it's not necessarily what you do, even though those have a factor. If you're saying crazy, out-of-pocket shit, people aren't going to want to be around you. But if you're somebody that, it's about the energy you put out, it's about having good vibes, about being positive, being social, being carefree, being happy. And that comes from doing deep inner work. That comes from going to therapy. That goes from, reading books. That comes from spending time alone. getting out of being on social media all the time, going out in nature, doing things that make you happy, following your purpose. That's a big thing, following your purpose, doing things that bring purpose, having goals, taking care of your body, taking care of your health, your mind, your spirit. These are things that are going to cultivate your energy, that's going to raise your energy, raise your vibration. Eating healthy foods, eating foods that are alive, eating, treating your body right. Get enough sleep, not abusing alcohol, not abusing drugs. So many people that I know are just addicted to, vapes, or they're addicted to going out and drinking. And even though necessarily they could go a day without it, it is just they become so dependent on it to be happy, to be, their energy is dependent on these substances. Everything in moderation. You could go out and drink, you could go out and smoke some weed once in a while if you want to. Personally, I don't really smoke weed anymore or do any sort of drugs. I'll drink socially, maybe once, maybe twice a month. And you'll find people that, they'll have vices, but they're still super positive and they still have that good energy. So it is not necessarily end all be all, but it is just something, that it is a stepping stone to raising your vibration, raising your energy. And these are things that, I think we lose focus on. A lot of people, we get so obsessed with social media and the way we look that we try to look a certain way. And we think, oh, if I dress like this, people like me and people want to be around me. But, those things are important to an extent, but it's more about who you are and that vibration that you put out, that energy, that makes you. Pumping people up, making people feel good about themselves. That's gonna attract more opportunities, more friendships, more love into your life. If you're that source of love for other people, if you're that source of healing, that source of fun, if you could bring the fun without looking for permission, if you could be the one that brings that fun, that brings that energy, that has that smile on their face, that brightens up people's day, those are things that are going to change your life. Bring that good source of energy. Anyway, that's all I got for today's video. Peace.